I want to be like Mike. That's Michael Jordan. However,
and it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Welcome back to Fanboy Fridays. Fanboys, you are ridiculous, and so is your king. Your king is ridiculous, and so are you. So, everybody, I hope you feel good. I hope that the Cleveland versus Lakers game touched everyone's hearts, and I hope you appreciate the history that's being made this season. I hope you guys, I hope it's really lifting your spirits, and I hope you're not hating on these moments. I hope that you are appreciating this greatness for what it is. And that is manufactured. I hope you're appreciating this manufactured fake greatness that they keep promoting to us. Cleveland fans, I am ashamed. I'm ashamed that during that game, they actually started cheering for Bronny to come in the game. Like I said, if LeBron James gets a statue anywhere, it is more than likely going to be in Cleveland. But me personally, if I was a Cleveland fan, I wouldn't think LeBron James deserved a statue. Just because of, again, LeBron James did the city of Cleveland very dirty with the decision. And to me, coming back, because now you have a young Kyrie that you can leech off of to help boost your legacy. Coming back then and winning a questionable championship in 2016, to me, that doesn't make up for the fact that you have just shown that you have poor character and that you really don't care about the city of Cleveland like that, except for your own personal self-praise. So I was ashamed that the city of Cleveland was cheering to have Bronny in the game. But so we all saw the game. The Lakers lost big to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I think it's funny because a few videos ago, or probably maybe a couple of months ago, I remember doing a video and I said, you know, the thing that would really make me happy, if somehow, some way, Donovan Mitchell was able to bring a championship to Cleveland, that would really just make my year, simply because it would take away from LeBron. Because right now, LeBron James, his biggest claim to fame is bringing this championship to Cleveland after such a drought. So if Donovan Mitchell was somehow, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's just wishful thinking on my part. If Donovan Mitchell was somehow able to win a championship in Cleveland, boy, that would really rain on LeBron James' claim to fame about being the one who brought this championship to Cleveland after this big drought. It would kind of put a damper on that a bit. But anyway, like I said, the Lakers lose big despite shooting so many more free throws than the Cavaliers. And I think one of the things that was just immediately obvious from the beginning of the game is that you could just see Cleveland had some pep in their step. You know, they had some zip and some, you know, urgency with how they were moving on the court. And the Los Angeles Lakers were taking their cue from the years of playing with LeBron James that says that you don't have to put 100% in all the time. You know, you just kind of stroll up and down the court at your leisure, and you know, and hope that things fall your way. And if they don't, then let's talk about some trades and potentially getting a new coach. You know, that's the LeBron James way. And this is how the Lakers looked whenever I watched the game. Of course, it was today is Friday, so what was that? Wednesday. So yeah, the Lakers just look, like I said, no sense of urgency, which again to me stems from LeBron James. And there's so many things to say about this. I think this season is exposing so many things about LeBron James. First is that obviously JJ Ridiculous is trying to run the offense more through AD, which I think everyone has been saying this for years, that this should be the case. And it looks like, at least so far this season, that they have been able to do that. Now, which has been exposing LeBron James, because as much as, everybody knows LeBron James can't play outside of the system, this is one of his biggest flaws as a superstar. But in these games, it is really exposing how much he looks he looks so much less impressive when he doesn't get to play the system that is, which is him controlling every single aspect of the game. He looks so much less impressive. This is really an indictment on people who want to compare him to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Two people who did not have to have the ball in their hands all the time to look impressive. Matter of fact, I would argue, especially for someone like Jordan, and probably Kobe too, it was almost like they were more dangerous without the ball in their hand. Because at least with the ball in their hand, you knew that, okay, they have the ball, we have to be on the lookout for what's coming. But without the ball in their hand, you never knew what they were going to do. You never knew how they were going to get to their points or get to their spots. It just created another layer of unpredictability with these guys. That LeBron James, my goodness, he just looks completely out of his element when he's not playing the system. I mean, it is a glaring. It's glaring. It just really shows, like I said, it just really exposes that LeBron James has. Not that this is the only flaw, but it just exposes how much of a flaw this is. And to me, this is a big one for a superstar. Unless you're a center, like a big man, or someone, like Shaq and like Kareem, like the great big man. But for, the small forwards and the shooting guards and the guards, to me, this is a really big flaw in the game when you're supposed to be a superstar. Even if you're talking about someone like Larry Bird, again, someone who was great with moving without the ball, but he was also great with the ball. When you try to compare LeBron James to these players, he comes up really short, and people who have been believing in the hype for years, that is because you guys just have, you just either don't watch basketball, you don't know what you're watching when you're watching basketball. But yeah, it's painful to watch. It's even more painful to watch LeBron James. Well, I don't know which one is more painful, to be honest. When he's playing the system or not, it's both painful to watch. But anyway, like I said, this is just more exposing him for his lack of ability to not play in the system. The other thing I noticed, Dalton Connect. To me, this guy has he's already playing good. He has some serious potential, and he should be offended that he has to play with Bronny James. So they brought Bronny in with about 5 minutes left to play. And we also saw that Bronny got the little mid-range jumper from the baseline to get his first points as a fake NBA player. And during the game, they start trying to compare it, showing clips of LeBron's first points as a Cleveland Cavalier and just all the ridiculous things. And let me go ahead and say this about Bronny James. Bronny James was treating the ball like a hot potato. He couldn't wait to get rid of it. And this is what he looks like again, every time he steps on the court. Now, the mid-range jumper he hit, it looked nice. It looked like he shot it with some confidence or whatnot. But in general, you know, like I said, it's like the ball is a hot potato. He's just trying to get rid of it as soon as he can, which leads to a lot of turnovers or almost turnovers because he just doesn't look comfortable out there. And when you're comparing him against Dalton Connect, Dalton looks like a basketball player. That's really the long and short of it. Bronny looks like a 13, 14-year-old kid who's coming to work with his father, who everybody in the office agreed to let him pretend like he's working for the day. I mean, it's just painful. And again, every time that Bronny James steps foot on the NBA court, to me, it's just a mockery. And the fact that they keep trying to sell it as this great moment in sports history, again, is a mockery of the NBA. And it's like, you know, is he going to the G League or not? It's like, take him to the G League, keep him there, because he's obviously not NBA ready. But I have a feeling that we're going to keep seeing appearances all season for different reasons, and every single time we see the appearance, you know, they're going to make a big deal about it, and they're going to give us this long speech about history being made again, even though it's manufactured, and the only people who really care are the ridiculous fanboys of LeBron James, are the people who actually really don't care about basketball at all. Fanboys of LeBron James, you guys do not care about basketball. You only care about your king. There's no way you care about basketball. Like, anyone who cares about basketball, this is not a good look. Again, to me, this is another blatant, direct lowering of the standards for the sake of LeBron James. It's not even for the sake of basketball. It's not for the sake of winning. It's for the sake of LeBron James' ego and his false legacy that he keeps adding things to that don't mean a thing. There's never been a player in history who they try to use so many non-basketball related things to plead his case as a great basketball player. This is completely ridiculous. I don't know. What else am I missing about the game? So I didn't watch the whole entire game. I watched like the first quarter and a half, and then I came back to watch the fourth quarter because it's hard watching NBA games today because it's not like back in the day where you felt like you were watching teams who had different strategies working against each other. Today's game, every team really looks the same. Every team looks like they're playing the same exact strategy, and so it becomes hard to watch. But another thing is that, the Lakers, again, taking their cue from their leader, which it's just so much complaining after every single bump. I mean, it's like anytime these guys don't score, and it's not just LeBron James. It's the leadership of LeBron James that has made this okay, that has made it okay to complain every single time that you miss a shot. Basically, every single time you go to the hole and don't make the shot, it's people's hands up in the air like they're supposed to get a call. And like we said, the Lakers shot a ridiculous amount of free throws compared to Cleveland. So, but anyway, it's the beginning of the season, people. So, I'm not sure what much else is there to say about this ridiculous game. Thank goodness Bronny didn't start. Like I said, I watched I think it was a Ticket TV live stream where it was some rumor that Bronny may start in the game, which would have been, just another level of mockery for the NBA. But yeah, like I said, every time they stick Bronny in the game at this point, it's just lowering the standards of basketball. He doesn't look like a basketball player out there. It's clear that he has a lot of the same qualities of the Duck, of his father, except he doesn't have the athleticism in the body to compensate for his lack of everything. And here's the thing: the reality is if Bronny did have LeBron James' build and athleticism, he probably would be a lot more confident because he could use that, his build and athleticism to get by. But since he doesn't have that and literally has to rely on having skills, he doesn't have the confidence because, again, he takes after his father. And LeBron James, believe me when I say this. If LeBron James wasn't 6'8", 200 and whatever pounds he is, he would not have this fake confidence that he has, because the confidence is fake. LeBron James is insecure, fanboys. You're just gonna have to accept it. Your king is insecure. That's why he cares what everybody thinks. If he wasn't insecure, it would not make a difference to him because he would be secure in the game that he plays. He would say, hey, I know how much work I put in. I do my best and I can truly live with that. But he knows that's not the case. He knows he's done questionable things in his career. And just like you fanboys, he wants people to accept it. But again, I will say this one more time. Fanboys, it is you guys who have to accept the consequences for your king's decision. It is not us. The things that your king has done to accomplish things in the NBA are not respectable, so he doesn't get the respect that he wants, and that's not our fault. That's it. You guys have to live with it. But anyway, we gonna hold up here. Happy Fanboy Friday to everyone. Again, fanboys, I'm sure that moment warmed your heart. Seeing Bronny and LeBron out there in Cleveland, I'm sure it warmed your heart, but we could care less. You all have a good... Let me know what you think in the comments. You all have a truly, truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.